A quick tip from Core Nutrition. Remember, before starting this or any other fitness or nutrition program, consult with your physician. Emotional eating and making connections. When you're sad, angry, lonely, or stressed, how often do you turn to some kind of food for comfort? Making these connections is an important step to understanding why we turn to food during stressful or emotional times. Why do we want to understand this? Because food has an important role in our lives, and that is to nourish us on a cellular level. For many of us, food has crossed the line of nourishment and has become an emotional support, and has been there through good times and especially bad, losing its original purpose. If this rings a bell and we have found that food has become more of a pacifier, companion, comforter, or support system, is an exhausting battle of counting, avoiding, binging, dieting, and guilt, or we have found that food has become our secret obsession and find ourselves dreaming about the next time we can eat, then you'll be happy to know that you're not alone, and that we can put food back in its place, and we can start as early as today. Making connections to why we turn to food when we're under stress or in need of comfort can be a major step in healing our relationship with food permanently. It can put food back in its original role of delivering nutrients and minerals to create energy and ward off illness. One individual that I worked with was able to make this connection for the first time in her life. She realized that her stressful career caused her to make food choices that would sabotage her health. That was an easy connection. It was during our group workshop when, for the first time, she made a connection to the pattern of how she was handling stress. What was eye-opening was not only that after a stressful day she would turn to food, but that the choice of food was consistently the same. If it was a really tough day at work, on her way home she would stop by the store and pick up a specific item to get over the stress of the day. Sure, this would make her very happy for the moment. But the short-lived happiness would be followed by binging, guilt, and emotional self-abuse. What she also shared was that she had a difficult relationship with one of her parents, and the atmosphere at home was usually tense. However, each week, this parent would be cooking some of her favorites, and each week the stressful home environment was replaced with an overwhelming feeling of comfort for the moment. The comfort that was missing at home was filled by that particular food. Instantly, the stress of home vanished for the moment. This was her next discovery, that the very food she would stop and buy after a tough day was the food that this parent would make each and every week. So even into adulthood, when under stress, she would always turn to that same food that would make her feel safe, comforted, and loved. How many of us can relate to that? Is there a certain food that we turn to when we're needing comfort or when we're under stress? So let's start building awareness. The next time we head to the fridge, just take notice of one of these suggestions and see if it makes any connections for you. First, ask yourself, why? Are you hungry, or are you dealing with an emotional issue? Next, take notice of what you're looking for. What is that food that you turn to when you're under stress? And can you remember when the first connection to stress and this type of food was for you? Or take note how you felt after you had the first bite, and then identify how you felt when you were completely finished. Now don't become angry, just become aware. This practice can help us to start looking at food in a new light, so that we can understand it a little more clearly, taking small, deliberate steps. Try to journal it in some way. Make a mental note or write it down. Every time you put one of these tips into practice, you're going to notice a change in your relationship with food and heal it permanently. Most of us are dealing with food issues of one kind or another, but we can open the door to healing together. You'll never be sorry for investing in you. Are you ready to walk through that door? Do you want to know more about how to heal your body and your relationship with food permanently? Then join my members-only program and heal from the inside out. For more nutrition tips, recipes, videos, webinars, and more, reap the benefits of early sign-up and reserve your spot today. Join now and visit mycorenutrition.net and visit my members only page. I'll see you next time.